Dear students, we are going to see the digital modulation schemes in this lecture. As you already conducted the practicals in the lab, and from there you might have observed some modulation schemes, ASK, FSK, and PSK. Here we'll see why do we take this ASK, FSK, PSK, why do we do it? The reason is that simply that the DC voltages they cannot be transmitted through the antenna directly for the long distance traveling. So we have to convert into the uh, high frequency high frequency waveforms or high frequency components. Then how to convert them and what schemes we have to use for indicating logic 1 and logic 0, and those all schemes applied for the representation of the logic zeros and logic 1s, those schemes are termed as digital modulation schemes. So here we'll see with the example, you can see the unit 5 question number 1. Here we have given you the details of the waveform. Now we'll take the example. Here you see we have taken a sequence 1 0 1 0 1. This sequence we have taken. So for ASK, amplitude shift key, if we wanted to, this is one method that by which we can represent logic 1 by some wave of some particular amplitude. So one amplitude of one frequency we have taken it, and suppose, and for the logic 0 we are not transmitting any pulse, so we can represent it by logic 1, that is one signal of fixed amplitude of fixed frequency for logic 1. Here no signal has been applied. Here one waveform or one signal has been applied of fixed amplitude and fixed frequency, and for the same logic 1 we have represented it here for the logic 1, that is with the fixed frequency and fixed amplitude. This expression we have written it here. Xc of t, that is modulated signal, amplitude shift king modulated signal, is represented by A cos omega ct for logic 1 and no signal for logic 0. So you can see it here. So there should not be any waveform. This also should not be there. So we can cross it. We should not represent this in this diagram. We should not represent this. And similarly, we should not represent this. Here in FSK, we are using one particular frequency for the logic 1 and another particular frequency for logic 0. So the two frequencies of fixed amplitudes have been used, and now you see that is logic 1 has been represented by higher frequency F1, and logic 0 has been represented by low frequency F2. Again for logic 1 it has been high frequency. High frequency for the same interval of time we have taken 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, 4 cycle, and 4.5 cycle we have taken to represent this, whereas this has been taken to 2.5 cycle, 1.5 cycle. So low frequency has been represented, and here high frequency has been represented. So for logic 1 we are representing by high frequency, and logic 0 we are using low frequency. High frequency, low frequency, high frequency. So for logic 1 we have given the high frequency component. So FSK, again we can see Xc of t, there are two frequency, A cos omega 1t and A cos omega 2t for logic 0. So for logic 1 we are taking A cos omega 1t 1 and a cos omega 2t 0. In this example, omega 1 has been higher and omega 2 is lower. In the similar example, we take for FSK, that is for PSK, phase shift keying. Here, phase shift keying method has been applied, and where this logic 1 has been represented by one phase and logic 0 has been represented by another phase of the waveform. So if you see here, what we have taken, the mathematical expression xc of t is equal to a cos omega ct for logic 1 and a cos omega ct plus pi. We have taken 180 degree phase shift. So 180 degree phase shift has been used for logic 1, and that is one particular frequency has been taken, or one particular signal has been taken for logic 1. Here if you see that sine wave we have taken, and here we have considered 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, and that is 1, 2 and 3 cycles we have taken. So it is starting from 0 and it is ending at 0. So this is 3 cycles have been taken to represent logic 1. Complete 3 cycles we have taken. So starting at 0 degree, ending at 360 degree or 0 degree. So again from here you see for logic 0 we have taken the phase reversal, means 180 degree. If we shift this by 180 degree, then this amplitude will come in the negative side. So this has started from negative cycle 1, 2 and 3 cycle, and here we are ending at 0. Okay, so again for logic 1 we are taking from 0 degree we are taking, and we are ending it at 0 degree. Again for logic 0 we are taking a 180 degree shifted signal. Okay, and again we are taking that from here that 0 has, that is 0 degree phase shift has started from here. So logic 1, logic 0 have been represented by some signal logic 1, and if we shift it by 180 degree, then we have, that is logic 0. This also is known as BPSK, binary phase shift, because this binary signals are represented by two phases. One is 0 degree phase shift and another is 180 degree phase shift. That's why this is BPSK also is known as. And this is for the purpose of understanding. Now we'll see the generator of important modulation, that is BPSK. If we take the BPSK, that is question number 3, take it, question number 3. Question number 3 has been written as explain binary phase shift keying generator and a detector. So here the diagram has been shown. Remember them. That is 1 polar non return to 0 sequence has been provided, as we have taken it in the next signal. No return to 0 signal we have taken. Okay, means for logic 1 plus pulse has been plus pulse is representing, and for 0 logic 0 minus pulse is representing. So this is no return to 0 signal has been set. Here you see this no return to 0 has been used, bipolar no return to 0 we can say, and here the signal, carrier signal, which is to be applied for logic 0, for logic 1. So we are multiplying it, and we are taking a shift for logic 0 is 0 phase shift, and for logic 1 we are taking pi degree. For logic 1 we are taking 0 degree phase shift, and whereas for logic 0 we are taking 1, that is pi degree phase shift. So the product device has been used, and this polar nor return to zero sequence, and the uh, signal which is of high frequency, it is to be multiplied, and then we get the output, that is BPSK, binary phase shift K uh, output. Here we have shown the coherent detector. Coherent detector means whatever the carrier frequency has been used here, the same carrier frequency has to be recovered here by this carrier recovery circuit. So BPSK modulated signal is coming at the receiver end in the detector side, and it is going in the product device. Here we have taken out, we have recovered the uh, carrier signal, and the same carrier signal is to be multiplied here, and then it is to be integrated, and after that integrator we are having polar non return to zero signals. It may be in the distorted form, and then it is going in the decision making device, where the sequence, the logic zeros and logic ones, are to be compared with the threshold voltage. The decision making device decides whether the logic 0 is available or logic 1 is available. So the binary sequence is given at the output. For this, the probability of error, which is the important parameter in the BPSK, is that probability of error is termed as 1 by 2 complementary error function of EB divided by N naught to the power 1 by 2. That EB is the bit energy and N naught is the output power of the noise in the detector output. So thank you. Thank you.